James Kaufman, World News Report today, March 4th, 2025. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory has just announced a near-Earth object inbound for March 6, 2025, as in just 48 hours from now. We're going to take a look at what we have. The name of this space rock is 2025 EW. I'm going to zoom in and take a look. You can see it's very close to Earth already. They look almost one and the same, coming in at a slight inclination. It is a near-Earth object, 2025 EW. Now it's a big rock. They're thinking that it's about 50 to 60 feet in diameter, moving very, very slow at under 4 kilometers per second. The slowest space rock I remember seeing. It might end up being, well, part of one of the launches. What else do we know about this space rock? Well, we're going to move it ahead a couple of days. 1, 2, and that's the close approach there on the 6th, 2025 EW. Now, let's go ahead and get some detailed information about this space rock. Again, thought to be about 50 to 60 feet in diameter, so nothing to play with. Moving very slow and with a very small inclination, so it should not be a huge problem for Earth if it does come closer to Earth than they are guessing. This actually released the data today, here March 4th. So they've only had one day to examine this space rock. They've only observed it 30 times. Again, that would mean it was first observed yesterday on March 3rd right here, and they've released the data on the 4th here. Now, they have a pretty decent condition code. 9 would mean they have no idea how large it is or where it's going. 0 would mean they were certain as to how large it was and where it was headed. I guess 6 is a lot closer to 9 with high uncertainty than it is 0. But at least the condition codes are not a 7, 8, or 9. So who saw the rock? Well, of course, our automatic software, AI, saw the rock initially. Let's take a look at the close approach data for this rock. Again, 2025 EW. Taking a look at our close approach data, they've been able to extrapolate 2 pages worth, both prior close approaches and future close approaches. Here we are, March 6th, 2242. So we're talking about late on the 6th. They've got the close approach data down for 2242 UTC time. That's going to mean for us, well, later in the evening at around 5:42 p.m. Central Time here in the U.S. And here's the close approach to Earth at 0.00237. So with that said, it's going to actually be closer to the moon, they believe, than Earth. The distance from Earth to the moon is around 225,000 miles. Sounds like a long way, but it really is not. We only cover near-Earth objects that fly at least, well, as close as the moon orbits Earth. Jumping over to take a look at the close approach to our moon. It's going to really come close to our moon and very well could hit our moon at 0.00096. And we'll give you all a distance there. They're looking at a close approach to our moon much earlier in the day while we're sleeping. Looks like 10:03 UTC time, or about 3:03 in the morning as far as Central Time here in the U.S. Now let's talk about how close this is going to get to our moon and what are the chances it may actually impact the moon. All right, after a quick calculation, this looks like it's going to pass safely between Earth and the moon. This will take it several thousand miles away from the moon, 0.00096. So it doesn't look like it's going to hit Earth or the moon. It should go right in between them. Again, this is a near-Earth object, and this is 2025 EW. Take one last look, and we'll get it back to today. They just spotted this thing yesterday. Ridiculous. We should have seen it much sooner, since it is on the dark side, the opposite side of our sun. All right, here we are into today, and we'll take it into the 6th here. It's going to be extremely close approach here, as you can see, and not a huge inclination. A pretty large rock, 50 to 60 feet in diameter, moving extremely slow, slower than 4 kilometers per second. So again, it might turn out to be some sort of space debris because of its trajectory and because of how slow it's moving. But I guess they'll let us know what happens. With that said, I wanted to give y'all a heads up on this space rock. It's going to shoot between the moon and Earth in, well, just about 48 hours, just about a little bit longer than 48 hours from now. We all know it's just a matter of time until we get one. We've had many, many close calls since I've been covering these large rocks, and again, this is a good-sized rock. Eventually, we're going to have one strike Earth, and that's going to be a catastrophe. Again, in summary, 2025 EW, 50 to 60 feet in diameter, moving very slow, slower than 4 kilometers per second, with a very slight inclination. And Earth's orbit is the blue, and our near-Earth object, or our space rock, is the white, which leads me again to believe there's a good chance it could be part of one of the launches that we've seen of late. With that said, God bless. Please share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible. Bizarro world.